What up, babes? It's your girl, Dash. Come back to Real Takes. Well, it's a time of yes, it's reaction time, and this is to The Boys, season 3, episode 7. Here comes a candle to light you. That title, I can only imagine, especially after what we just saw with the previous episode, Herogasm. So before I get into it, let's just do a quick little recap. That was a loaded episode, and I was here for every little bit of it. First off, I wonder how much involvement did Black Noir have. Of course, you all see him taking his tracker out and rolling. He just jetted. Now, when the TNT made a comment saying it was Black Noir, and of course, Soldier Boy is not sure if he believes that like he has to get permission, even just to piss or whatever. But you never know. Prior to his accident, he spoke, quite a little bit to Stan, so we don't know what kind of stuff transpired unless we get a flashback. We might know a little bit more detail. It's a possibility. Now, in regards to Ashley getting Buck with A Train, yeah, that was, okay, I can see it, but it's like, nah. It's like you get Buck with certain people. I said the main person should be getting Buck with is Homelander. That's not going to happen. She wants to stay in his good graces, being, CEO, whatever. But now that A Train handled Blue Hawk, and she's going to find out about it, I would leave him alone, because I'm going to tell you like this, if he dragged her, I wouldn't have not a problem with it. So yeah, I think she's going to be a little bit afraid of him too. Like he don't care, but clearly with A Train, slightly redeemed himself. You still some nonsense to me because of that whole situation of how he handled Blue Hawk at that little ceremony, whatever, and all that to diffuse, the issues, getting your brother Nathan hurt and hurt to a point where he will never be able to walk again. I hope they show him visiting him and you see how he feels. You robbed him of, the life he could still have, whatever, because now he has to, everything has changed now for his overall dynamics. So with that said, and then his heart, it looked like he was still moving. So I think he might still be alive, but just barely. So we'll see who found him to get him to, hopefully to the hospital or whatever, to see if they can salvage him, because if that's the way he went out, at least I said, you went out swinging or you went out dragging. Now for the situation with Soldier Boy, wanting, to be of assistance, of course, to, Butcher and Huey. He don't particularly care. He don't know nothing about Homelander. But now that he got into that little fight situation with him, whatever, you can say all bets off. He's like, okay. And I was here for that fight. Homelander thought he was really untouchable. Now, granted, he was able to hold his own even with the three, but they did get an upper hand on him. He was able to pull out that strength at the last minute because he could see it coming. You were about to be polarized. And clearly Butcher and Huey didn't care. If we went down with it, at least we took him and it would be all set. You can see the look on his face because earlier in the episode, he's talking to himself, his inner talking. And I'm like, yeah, you don't got nothing to say now. And all of a sudden you see he's bruised. So yeah, buddy, you're not untouchable. Some people can, really lay hands on you, and it was a lot of laying hands. That fight sequence was on a whole nother level. I knew Butcher was waiting to just to show his tail, and when you see, I'm going to talk about what the, he's like he didn't know what to think. I was like, yeah. So he's gonna be sitting there thinking to himself, how do you get these powers? How did this happen? He'll probably do some, research to figure out how do you get that, not realizing it was Maeve. Maeve is now gone, clearly, and now we're dealing with a situation where Annie, because she doesn't go by Starlight now, she quit, put it out there, live stream for them to know Soldier Boy doesn't care about it. And I'm gonna tell you to a certain extent, I kind of agree with her. He was like, I didn't mean to hit those people. Okay. You can see the music kind of sets him off, it triggers him. But then when you're in that house, you tried to kill TNT, but then you turn around and you're killing everybody else, and half the house is gone. And I'm just like, really, bro? I'm like, yeah. It's like you really can't control yourself once that moment happens. So it's like somebody can set you off if you hear something wrong with it and all. We just don't know because you see what he did to Crimson. So, and he didn't need to hear no music at that moment. That was just set up for like, oh yeah, you didn't care for me at all. None of you did. Okay. So that's really interesting with that. Now with Mother Milk, I feel for him something terrible, but every time he kept trying to go one-on-one with Soldier, it was like, okay, how did you really think this is going to end? You want to at least go out swinging? Okay, noble, but no, that's nah, bro. That's not gonna happen. And of course, Butcher's like, suicide. The only reason you could sit there and go buck with M&Ms because you got some V in you for 24 hours. Once that shit subsides, we're gonna see how you can explain yourself to him, because you could see the look on both him and A's face when they came into contact with Hugh and all that leaving the house. You're also busy worrying about Homelander, then you don't see all the damage he's done, the people he's killed. you're like, you trying to get him, okay, you understand it, but then in the end, it's still going to be collateral damage all the way around. But I'm like, okay, be about what you want, whatever and all. And once that part is done, then you can sit there and think that we're going to open arms for you and welcome you back. I'm friends with you again. MM is truly done with Butcher. I'm really looking forward to the confrontation of him saying some stuff to him and letting him know about himself. And Huey, people are like, oh, he's, doing the right thing. He's trying to save her. Okay, he's trying to save her. I'm trying to go back to when you were talking about you don't let me save you. You always got to, this is, so that means from day one, everything that came out your mouth when she asked you, oh, I'm fine with it, you lied. So you truly been lying since day one. You should have been upfront with her. Yeah, you would have known. And then find a way to work on that as time went on while you were dating Annie. She's like, oh, yeah, so this is you. Yeah, this is really how you really are. Now that you have this, via you for a moment, whatever and all that, you're going to come back down from your little high and then see some of the damage. And I'm going to tell you like this, I don't know if that stuff's going to affect him. We saw that I don't know if it was coming out of his ears or whatever and all that, some grease up. So I said, I'm wondering about him as well. Butcher right now seems to be fine, but I'm like with Huey, I don't know how the V, works with them, but just this whole episode was really freaking good. And I'm going to tell you one last thing with Homelander, seeing those news interviews and all that, Stan told him, it's like, now that you're at the forefront, at the head, you're going to see all the stuff that goes on the front screen and also behind. And you can see he doesn't know how to deal with this. And I wonder how much they truly think they got Stan. And I don't know what Stan has. All that stuff in that office wasn't there, like I said before. Secondly, with good old Victoria, you try to showboat a little bit by leaving that little reminder to Annie on your way out. She's not doing anything for it, but I knew she had an agenda of her own. Please. Like, girl, whatever. And Stan did teach you how to work both angles, and you trying to utilize them now. So clearly he was good for certain moments, this and that other, when you were helping him, when he needed your, expertise or your powers. But yeah, I look forward to her downfall, and I want to know, how he can deal with her, because she needs to be dealt with. So with that said, I have rambled on enough. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get into this episode. I'll save the rest of my thoughts at the end, you guys.
She is trying to incite a panic.
I wonder if Starlight's actions could be considered treason.
Me too.
So is Starlight just hysterical? Another woman scorned after Homelander jilted her?
Or is she trying to change the subject?
From what?
Her ties with this woman.
But I am going to harvest your eggs. That way, if, God forbid, you do die, whether by accident or choice, you'll die knowing that the very best of you carries on.
Oh my God.
Because today is the day I saw you scared.
Do you mind telling us what we're walking into here? All you gotta know is, if he tries to make eye contact with you, close your eyes.
For what?
Just don't make eye contact with him. Then you got nothing to worry about.
You can't hide from Soldier Boy. We're your best pals, aren't we? We got you through that erection in the 7th grade. That Hard Rock Cafe massacre in Lagos. And by golly, we'll get you through this too.
Together, we're gonna be okay.
You are a friend. Where is he?
Okay, so you little cunt.
Oh. When did you have your first drink? Right now? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, cheers to that.
You didn't storm shit. Your whole Marlboro Man act, it's fucking crap. And I...
Oh!
I warned you.
No, introduce a new partner. Just spice things up a little bit.
Well, was there anyone you had in mind?
Well, I'd like to introduce you to someone.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Babe, this is Ambrosia's. Ambrosia says she wants to taste you.
Oh my.
No, okay, I can't. No, I'm done.
done.
Whoa, honey, are you okay? What's wrong?
You want me to fuck a fucking fish?
Whoa, hey, she's a mollusk. You propped me up, huh? Right, you wrote a few lines. I'm the one how to fucking sell it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how well you do without me.
I'll be great without you. Without you overnoting me all the fucking time.
You're an idiot, Kevin.
Then why did Dave Eggers say I have a formidable intellect, huh?
For God's sake, dude. Guys, please.
Which one of you wants next, huh? Thought so. You think you can be me? You're not a movie star. You're not shit. I see you getting out of line again, trying to move on up. I will put you in the fucking ground. Understood?
The world's an ocean of shite, lads. You either sink
Or you swim.
today. Billy, my boy, you swam. Some cunts need a slap, don't they? Yeah. Oi, you ought to take a page out of his book.
Ring? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I suppose it's pure coincidence that she opened the Starlight House for runaway teens? Huh? Come on, we can put two and two together, can't we?
What the holy fuck does he think he's doing?
Those poor kids, they pass through her doors, they disappear. They are never seen again. It's horrific. But we gotta face the truth, people. No matter how ugly it is, Starlight is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Plain and simple.
Got rid of that. Blue Hawk will live on because we gave you his heart.
Oh, wow.
A super-abled heart. No more heart disease. You're gonna get to run again. Can I get a what?
This. You think I can read this shit? Novichok, Russian nerve agent. Expose you on one to Novichok, our nervous system shuts down, multiple organs fail, painful death. But for Soldier Boy, it's a nap.
All right, so where can we get some?
Another vacation to Russia.
Motherfucker.
Huh? Qu'est-ce que c'est? You know, listen to me. Listen to me. You can walk away. You and me. We go together. Say your freedom, your humanity. You have it. Mon cœur, please. S'il te plaît, don't do this.
I wanted to use my powers to do good. To fight for the ones I love. I almost lost Frenchie because I couldn't fight. I can risk that again.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Damn.
Bravery isn't having no fear. Bravery is having fear. But you do it anyway.
Finish what you started.
You know what? If you want to risk your life, fine. Have at it. But not with my baby girl. You're not her father.
Someone's got to be.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Marvin! Oh my God, Todd. Todd.
Someone has to be.
See who you are. I see how small you are. I saw it. I saw it the night that you killed Supersonic.
You know what I remember from that night? I remember what I told you would happen to Huey.
Now that you've told my 190 million followers, I'm still pretty famous.
Hey, everybody.
That's me. I gotta go.
Starlight. What? You're not supposed to record us when we're running lines?
Shit! I'll take you wherever you want to go. And I will never tell a soul where that is. Hand to God. I gotta go.
Really, please. Leave off. For fuck's sake, Lenny. It ain't my job to look after you. Don't be such a fucking poof all your life.
Hey, wait!
And tell me, how many doses have you taken?
Just a couple?
Jesus Christ. Butcher, 3 to 5 doses kills you. You need to tell Huey.
Yeah, I will. It's the 10V.
What about it?
We've got to swing by the office and get some more.
What?
And then you, me, and Granny Fella.
But the bitch of it is, if they'd have just kept me around, I'd have let you take the spotlight. What father wouldn't want that
Oh
for his
my
son?
God. All right, you guys. This episode, another mind F. Just like, wow. Okay. Now we're dealing, of course, with, and I'm just going to just go with whomever as it comes into my head because there was a lot going on in this episode. I'm glad we finally got backstory with Black Noir. Of course, she's hiding out, like I stated before, from the previous episode, because he knows eventually Soldier Boy would pretty much find out exactly who was involved and who's, putting in the details of him being captured by the Russians and, of course, tortured all these years. When we see the way the scene's set up, of course, I was not expecting to see animation, but that added a little nice little touch the way they did. Instead of showcasing the actual individuals doing it, would have been a little bit more graphic, but with a cartoon way. Still a little graphic, but so delightfully done. So, seeing, like I stated, when they had the discussion, Noir and Stan, now it's making sense. Clearly he was, and he got the other ones on board because you see how he treated him with a scene and him talking about him, talking ill of him and, him not wanting this particular movie or you're not funny, whatever, and all that, because he, of course, knows what funny is. But I'm like, yeah, okay. And then beating him down. Yeah, okay. So you already knew he had to add an incentive to, okay, we're going to make this happen. Yeah, you got to go. They all put up a little bit of a fight. He actually got hurt prior. I thought when the explosions were happening in Nicaragua, that's kind of how he got hurt. We see that's not how it went down when, of course, Soldier Boy got upper hand, smashing his face, and that's how it happened. And that's how he was left, disfigured. But eventually they were able to get, one up on him and get him down. And of course, Crimson played the part, let him know, oh my God, they took him, I can't believe they took him with the fake cry, just all that. So now we know, definitely Noir was at the helm to make this situation work and then get him out of the fold. Speaking of him, we see that now with Kamiko and Frenchie getting in contact with Starlight and well, Annie, excuse me, and MM to figure out what's the way to stabilize Soldier Boy to get him down, take his little nappy nap. So we're going to have to see if, from what that phone call he made, that he's able to go. If they have to hurt him go to Russia, because that means I don't know how many episodes left. I want to think it's maybe one more. I don't think it's 9 where they'll show them hurt him going there or getting back or whatever, because they want to just pace this out real fast. I don't know how long the last episode is, but I'm hoping they get that. But with what happened at the end, and I'm gonna get into that. Now, seeing that we see Mavis not, and he wasn't going to kill her right away. He wants to taunt her. He always likes to taunt, the people he does harm to, or trying to lead them up with what harm he can cause to people that they love. Hence, I'm talking about Homelander. I love how Maeve kind of, was take little, pitch shots, but you see the scene, and I can see kind of where they're going throughout this whole episode in regards to certain parts of you, or are taken from you at will, to utilize certain other situations. And you see when he made a comment about if we had kids, they would be great. They would this. So yeah, he's pretty much keeping her around so he can take her eggs and eventually have somebody. I said, are we going with talking about certain things that are trying to happen present day? Okay. I'm like, all right, I see what he is. He's disgusting. I already knew all around, but him saying that to her and the look on her face. But I like how she kind of did a little undercut with him saying, yeah, in my third, laugh or act or whatever and all that, you're scared. And he is. We see him at a rally, for Singer, who's running for president, talking about Starlight. Everything was about that. Not talking about the president, possible president to be, making it all about himself. Clearly, she's this, a wool and sheep's clothing. Just like, oh my God. And Victoria's just like, okay, what's up? And I will give her a little bit cool because she stood him like, get your crap together. Buckle up, whatever and all. And he grabbed her neck. And I'm like, she could literally blown your head off at the moment. She truly, really wanted to. She held back clearly because she could, and showed him something on some document or some letter, and look on his face, So I don't know if she's been digging deep as well. It probably has been. Again, like I said, she learned from probably one of the best, Stan. So that was very interesting in that instance with that. Now with Starlight, seeing, Kamiko and all that, trying to help her, she of course lets her know, I need the compound V. And in her instance of, what she wrote to Starlight explaining what she wants. We didn't get to see it at the beginning, the overall wording until later when, of course, Frenchie reads it, how she feels. And oh my God, it was such a beautiful scene, how she felt and feeling, him, and before how having the V, she couldn't feel it all. And she says, and with the situation, her, not being given the choice previously, this time around, I'm making a decision because I want to, and how he's family, and I want to protect my family. And I just love that. Just, I love them together. I really hope that after this, season, they might slowly find their way to being a couple. Yes, they're family. So, the kiss did happen. They have not really truly discussed it. It was awkward. She's like, it was a good thing. There was nothing wrong about it. And I think as once that kiss did happen, how she felt about him, and probably Frenchie too, because they both, always the friendship and all that can turn into something else. And I've always said, I would really like that to happen. And slowly, that's great because, you bond the friendship, build up from there, and then you can see where it's more genuine. Now, when it comes to the little moment when Annie does show up together and she sees a document, and I'm glad because I said it before, I think in my recap, and I might have made a comment with the previous episode, there's nothing good about them constantly taking that 24-hour V. There's nothing. And seeing from what you read when she made her call to Butcher, to reach out to Huey, somewhere between 3 to 5 doses you can die. And so before I get to more of that, let's just go back with, of course, Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Huey trying to find, can't remember his name, but this particular suit, if he makes eye contact, can make you deal with your inner issues, demons, whatever. And with Butcher, we finally got to see more of his past life as a kid and what drawn up, because throughout the first 2 seasons, how he felt about his father, not really knowing, what happened just when his brother died, whatever, not knowing what led up to this one. This episode was very deep, and that's really understanding. And I'm gonna tell you, I feel for Butcher, and then in some parts I didn't. Like seeing how his father was, and of course, and I say it sometimes, like, individuals like that, yeah, some people out here really shouldn't be parents. It's like, you can have some, don't, doesn't mean you should. And seeing how his father was, he was just discussing human being, constantly drinking, smoking, talking, as you see how he uses the word cunt, whatever. You see where Butcher got that. A lot of these little small little instances and all that he picked up from his dad or whatever, constantly probably hearing that. And some of that, led to, some of the statements he's always making throughout the show. And just seeing how the father would always beat up on his little one. He would always take the hits for him. It's like, okay, come out hiding him. And, so he didn't want his father to beat up on him. But he got to the point where he was hurting people at the school, selling drugs, whatever and all that. And he's like, I got to get out of here. And his brother, you going to leave me with him and all that? He's like, or maybe if I'm not here, because it's mostly me he doesn't like, maybe he'll leave me alone. Why he thought that was true, no. And you see him saying that, no, that's not, don't leave him. Realizing back when he did it and after what happened to his brother, clearly that was not a great idea to do. Honestly, I would have wished, and even if they had to figure it out some way, take your brother. And then you see the scene where he sees his brother, and I like how he kind of looks at him, the vision of him, or whatever, explains to him, it's been 6 months, I haven't heard from you. Like they say, out of sight, out of mind. And you see how he knew where the gun, where his dad kept it, and he took his life. And it was I'm kind of glad they didn't show the actual scene of, happening. You see that happen second, you can hear, and you see from what happened splatter to Butcher's face. It's just so sad when he finally does wake up, courtesy of Huey being able to teleport that gal before Soldier Boy did what he needed to do to him in this moment, and trying to kind of befriend him, like, I will teleport you. I don't know, I wish he did it faster to get him out of there, but you see that's not going to happen. Now, clearly, whatever he said to him at the moment, and I'm going to get into that because that was a loaded scene towards the end, loaded. It goes back to when Butcher had the opportunity to tell Huey about the 24 RV. You tell him, okay, I gotta go get some more. We're gonna finish this. And then when he walks, he's, yeah, we're gonna deal with this, and walks away. And the look on his face goes from all excitement to just sadness. It's like, buddy, it's almost like a ripple thing with you. When you had the opportunity to do the right thing with your brother, even if y'all had to be in some type of foster, whatever, so be it. At least you're not with your father. Here you are setting Hugh up for failure. And he's like, when Star's like, Annie, I'm gonna keep calling, whatever, until you let him know. And she's like telling Kamiko, I'm like, I gotta save Hugh, even if he doesn't like it. I'm gonna tell you like this, because it might come out in the next episode when she tells him, and I told Butcher, and he's like, you were willing, yeah, we want to finish this out, but you weren't gonna at least be honest with you and let him make the decision. I'm gonna still take this. If I go out, whatever, no, because we have to deal with Homelander, then so be it. What the damage he's done to the situation with me and Annie, what he did to my other people. You took it upon yourself. You made a decision for Huey. And I don't like that. And that's the part I don't like. Same thing, with what he did with, MM. And granted, that was a whole different story because it's not like he could have been able to keep up with, Soldier Boy. But I'm like, stop making a decision. If somebody wants to do that, that's on them. You don't get to do that. And I'm just not feeling him with how he's just all up truly about his damn self. And it seems like 9 times out of 10, he really is. When he feels he's coming from a good place. This situation right here, Hugh could die if he takes his last, who knows, dose. Because I'm trying to remember how many they have taken. I think it has been maybe about 3. And they said 3 to 5 from what I saw, that little small part where I caught how many. And she's like, oh my God, they were breaking down, accelerate this. Oh, I'm so hot with him. He just unnerved me. Now, let me get to A-Train real quick. Wake up. So I said, okay, he was slightly, lightly breathing where we were. People like, oh, he's straight out. No, I figured somebody would find him. And you see how Ashley took such delight, whatever, setting up, the PR to set this, whatever. But I not expect her to say that they switched his heart out. You got a better hopper. The heart is Blue Hawk. Let me tell you, with all that he's done and how he let that crap get away, you wanted to be all about, Black Lives Matter and all that and doing what you need to do. And you see what happened to your brother. All this shit came full circle. Excuse my language. He has a good heart. You can run. She's going to set things up and all so you can get past it. But every time you breathe and all that, just know you breathe in this way. Hey, that's the least Blue Hawk can do, especially to slowly somewhat redeem himself in hell, then so be it. But yeah, buddy, I want to see him see his brother so you can explain to your brother and somewhat projects and hope he'll forgive you down the road. But I hope they show that. I want to see it. I want to see him face to face, looking his brother in his eye, explaining himself. But that was not, I expect that. It is what it is. Now let's get to the deep in his woman. I said it. Her overall agenda, and I'm still feeling like there's still an agenda with her. Now she might be in the episode a little bit here and all that. Did you not think that you're gonna keep thinking you're doing this? He's like, oh, I got it. I can take it. Are you taking care? I knew she was gonna blurt out, I've been doing this. You don't know how to do this. You dumb. Really? Yeah. But in the end, like he said, he has to be the one to sell it, honey. People don't know you. But I'm glad you finally admitted how you really feel now. So at least he knows where you stand at with her. So he can decide if he wants to keep dealing with her. I'm going to let her cool down because you wanted a threesome with a squid. I'm like, oh God. And then he's like, he thinks you're beautiful. He wants to, feel you. And all you saw a little part hit that leg. Oh no, I can't do this. You wanted him to eat that other one in front of you. Just eat the effing thing. But you don't want him touching you. It's like, yeah, the things you got to do, honey. Sometimes, as they say, every once in a while, probably what satisfy your partner. In this instance, this is what he wanted, but she didn't want to go along with it. But now he should be very weary and mindful of her, because she put out there exactly how she feels about you and what she felt like she was doing, bringing to the table, being with you for the last year, whatever she's with that church with and all. Be careful. So we'll see how that whole marriage ends up. If it ends up getting a divorce, whatever. Oh, this. Yeah, I just, in no words. I literally was, yeah. So, but back to the situation with Soldier Boy. Of course, they're out there trying to get the gentleman. I will say this, that last part with Noir, and you see the part where he's hiding out, he has to deal with Soldier Boy. So it's going to be very interesting if he finally decides to. You kind of see him kind of nonchalantly head down, whatever and all, and might be realizing, I got to move past it. I can't let him still keep having control over me, because he put somewhat of fear in him. Even though they were able to deal with him all together as a team, the team is slowly dwindling away. So he might end up being the last one. We're going to see if they get through the other ones. I don't know how many more are truly left. So see that. But you see what happened to the guy. Eventually he told something to Soldier Boy. And interesting enough, putting two and two together, and you see how Butcher was not feeling what he did to Hugh at the moment, whatever and all, which is rather fitting, being that you see how he did Annie telling him the information that would truly help to save him in the end. Seeing that phone call, let's just get to that last little meaty part at the end of the episode where he calls and explaining to him. Because you see how in the other couple episodes about how he, was, created, from somebody's, sperm, whatever, and all the peaches and all form and all that. To get the reveal that in the end, oh yeah, buddy, daddy ain't gonna come for you, because Soldier Boy is your daddy. That's his sperm that was utilized with Becca. So that lets you know he I don't know if they injected him he into her, and eventually had to. I'm trying to figure out. Well, no, he did say it was another female by another name. My apologies. I'm getting all confused with the son of with Homelander and Becca. Excuse me for that. Whatever. I'll give my words straight. The look on his face, like, yeah, here's daddy. And it's like, if that's the case with him now, I will step back and let you have all the limelight. But yeah, buddy, that's your daddy. So now that Homelander's not, not going to be killed, he's not going to want to take his son. I'm just like, wow. I have no words. So we're going to see the dynamic, because now it sets it up where once that is revealed, because of course you can see when they asked him out there in the woods, what did he say? He wasn't going to say anything, because now he's going to try to protect Homelander. And it's going to be very interesting once they deal with that and how they're going to still deal with Homelander, because he can. And it's like, now this kind of could set up for a season 4. So that I don't think that either one of them are going to die now. I think that's going to be it. Whatever. They might be able to neutralize Soldier Boy, get him out of the way and all that, but Homelander probably try to find a way to get his dad with him and all that. Double teamed up now. Double threat. Just, oh my God. Oh yeah. We thought we were trying to get to the final act and be done with Homelander. Oh no, now we got to worry about that. They almost wish they left him in Russia now. Oh well. So I think possibly one more episode. Yeah, I can only imagine what we're going to get in that last episode. That's going to have us literally, my mouth dropped. But I'm really here for this, because with this one, these, episodes 6 and 7, whew, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. This episode was so, so good. So with that said, you guys, comment below. I really want to know what you all think, especially with that last little reveal. And with that said, I will see you guys on the next reaction. You guys take care.